So there's a distinct message here. A distinct message involving you, okay? It totally involves you. Seriously. But let's get into it right away, okay? Because I feel like there's no time better than the present, is what I'm hearing. So let's see what they got to say. I'm seeing Neptune, okay? But I'm also seeing an individual here who can't quite, you know what? How do you say it, okay? Right there. See very clearly, okay? There seems to be somewhat of a fog, all right? Maybe brain fog. Maybe you're not seeing things too clearly here. But something's got to do with overall how you might inspire others. hmm Believe it or not. And maybe you feel like right at this moment here, you don't inspire anybody, okay? But believe it or not, you do, all right? And I'm hearing, get ready, be prepared here, okay? Because you're going to have to sacrifice something. You're going to have to give up something or let something go here, okay? With regards to how you inspire others. And I feel like I'm hearing it's the only way. It's the only way to yield, okay? To get to where it is you're supposed to be. Maybe this has got to do with your destiny. This has got to do with your overall purpose here. I'm seeing Taurus, okay? And I'm seeing two bulls. Yes. And when I look at this, it's kind of like you could easily lock horns, okay? And you might be facing one direction while they're facing another direction. Now, this could be a family member, a friend. This could be somebody you work with. This could be with regards to somebody in a relationship here. But there's a resource here to maintain, okay? And with your back to them, it's going to be a little bit difficult, all right? I might even sense that within this situation, you could find yourself maybe possibly backing up, okay? Leaning upon somebody here within a situation too here because there's this overall practicality of the overall outlook, all right? And some of this is going to result with regards to you being productive, okay? I'm hearing it's definitely going to be paving the way here, okay? But the thing of it is, you're being called to be productive. And how can you be productive when you've got so many multiple things here, okay, going on within your life here? I see Saturn, and I look at Saturn here, and I feel like, ooh, this brings about maturity, right? Okay, maturity within you, growth within you here. And yet you're being urged to use some caution with regards to what it is you're about to let go of, okay? Maybe possibly release here. There's some limits that are going to be imposed, though, okay? And I say that with this overall heavy inhalation here because it's like this is something overall I think and I feel like is meaningful to you. Okay, this is something maybe you've tried to jet set out upon multiple different times here, and every single time there was a roadblock, right? Or there was a change, an unexpected change within your life here. But a lot of it's got to do with your spiritual values, okay? And what it is that you value. I also see a lot of long range thinking here, okay? And maybe looking at the overall big picture here, maybe doing some overall travel here, the places you want to go, the things you want to do here. But it also has to do with what it is you want to share. I see something here igniting within you, okay? And I'm hearing you are this close from takeoff, all right? I feel like whatever it is, you are going to elevate. Okay, something here is about to take off. I feel like you've put a lot of work, a lot of hard effort into this, whatever it is that you've done. I'm also hearing something coming to a close and something fresh and new beginning within your life here. That's right. So let's get into the regular deck here because I know there's more to the story than meets the eye, right? And you're probably wondering what that story is. Well, let's find out here, okay? Because here's the thing, whatever it is, okay, that you are about to let go of, you're about to release here, let me tell you, you're going to be rewarded. You're going to be rewarded. There's no doubt in my mind, okay? No matter how many limits are being imposed, you're going to be rewarded. You seriously are. I see the Tower card here in the reverse here. And it's kind of like after the overall storm. Okay, the storm has already passed, all right? And the thing of it is, you might still even be a little bit resistant, okay? Not wanting to charge forward here, not wanting to sacrifice something here. And yet, it's inevitable, okay? It's inevitable because I'm getting this impression like if you don't, then what's going to happen here is you're going to be forced to, okay? And nobody wants to be forced to do anything, right? Most importantly when it comes to this, because I'm also seeing the Nine of Pentacles. It's almost to the extent that if you don't, you're going to be lacking independence. You're going to be lacking stability here. All right. And I'm hearing security. Okay. So I feel like you're not going to feel so secure where you're at and what it is that you're doing here. When I look at the Six of Cups here in the reverse here, you're going to be letting go of the past. You're going to be focusing on the future here, where you're going, what you're doing. And I feel like some of this has got to do with you growing up, you maturing. And yet, maybe for some of you, this is you leaving home. All right. So let's see what else they have to tell you here. I see the Three of Hearts, or Three of Swords, I should say. Okay. Three of Swords here in reverse here for you too. And it's like you're finally able. Okay, you're finally able to let go of that overall pain. That pain, in essence, you've been dealing with. You've overcome the overall depression here. You've got a lot more optimism within your life here. And you found some overall forgiveness. And I think that is just absolutely beautiful. Now, I feel like some of this might have had to do with a third-party situation. Okay? And yet, at the same time, I feel like you've been learning, you've been studying, you've been growing here, you've been maturing here, and now you're ready to make a commitment, okay? You're ready to make a commitment to yourself, maybe a commitment to somebody else here, but I'm also picking up you starting something new, okay? Starting from the ground up. And a lot of this, I think, had to do with everything you've gone through, everything you've had to deal with. Okay, it seems to me, I'm being pulled to the color yellow. Seems to me that there's going to be a lot coming to light. There's going to be a lot of positivity here. And you are jet setting, okay, out on this brand new beginning here, okay? It's like you're going to be taking a leap of faith here. And I got to tell you, this feels good. It feels refreshing here. It feels like a whole new adventure. You experiencing that overall freedom within yourself, okay? But also freedom with regards to relationships, connections here. I think before, you had that lack of commitment. You didn't want to commit to anything, okay? Even to yourself for that matter, okay? Because I feel like you were so self-absorbed, so engrossed into the pain, the suffering, the heartbreak, the letdowns, the unfulfilled promises, the unfulfilled dreams here that you couldn't see your way out of this, okay? I think it took you a lot of healing to get to this overall extent to where you are currently at the moment. And yet, as much as what right now feels like, maybe to some extent, like you still can't see things 100% clear, you still have that overall intuitive knowing, right? Right. When I look at the Page of Pentacles here, there is this overall idea that you are going to be investing, okay? It's about what you put in is what you're going to be getting out of it here. I feel like there's a lot of good news coming directly towards you right now here. I will tell you that. This here's what's going to help you get that solid new beginning that you've been wanting, okay? You've maybe been trying to create here. I also feel like you're going to be laying a solid foundation here, okay? And yet, you're going to be jumping in. And you know that consistency is going to pay off. Maybe you've been very consistent lately. I see the Queen of Cups here also in the reverse here. And this might create a little bit of, how do you want to say it? Uncomfortableness, okay? Somebody overall within your energy here not feeling so comfortable with what you're doing here, okay? because they're a little bit emotionally immature here. All right, this has to do with somebody who feels maybe a little bit insecure also here. They have a lack of trust and they have a lack of direction. Now, keep in mind, this could have been you at one point in time too. But I feel like you're going to be dealing with somebody here with regards to this, is what I'm getting. And I am seeing Nine of Swords here, okay? Where this could create a lot of worry. This could create a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety here, to the extent that if, in essence, all right, you sacrifice something, you give something up here, are you going to be sitting in this overall mode, is what you're wondering, okay? Because I don't want to see you stressed. I don't want to see you burdened, okay? What I want to see you do is move to calmer waters. I want to see you move on from all of this and know that whatever decision you choose to make and where you're going, it is entirely up to you, because it's all got to do with you. I feel like if you're ready to move forward here within this situation, you need to be mindful what it is you're going to be leaving behind, okay? What it is that you're going to be letting go of here. And I also see the Page of Cups. So you're being urged right now, all right, to literally listen to that inner voice. Because the world is your oyster, right? You're just the overall pearl. And maybe just finding yourself and realizing you have all this freedom. You have all these opportunities, all these choices right in front of you that you never even realized you had available to you are all sitting right there, right? And I am hearing more happy news. So this is double confirmation for you. Now, all you got to do is pay attention to your intuition, right? Right? So let's check with your money and your career here, because for some of you, the overall environment that you work in is a little bit toxic, okay? To say the least here. I think some of that has had to drain you, all right? It really seriously has. And I see you budgeting, okay? Trying to create some balance with regards to what's going out and what's coming in. For most of you, you've tried to get a loan. It's been denied, okay? And it's been a struggle, all right, with regards to your money. And you just want security, okay? You want that overall protection to know that, in essence, everything's going to be perfectly fine if you just let something go here. And I'm hearing it's going to be. Understand you will be protected. Understand here you will have that protection, okay? It's like you're being divinely guided, okay? To overall elevate here, okay? To make this overall change. Now, for some of you, you might think of selling something, possibly getting rid of something here, okay? Maybe adventuring out on selling something very significant. Maybe you've got an idea. You know what it is you already want to sell, and I'm hearing go for it. Go for it. For a lot of you, it's got to do with working from home, okay? Maybe you've been thinking, contemplating here, should I work from home? I'd really like to work from home. Am I capable of working from home? You know what? I see it. You're going to. You seriously are. And at the same time, I'm seeing you trying to micromanage everything. And I'm hearing, get out the magnifying glass here. There's something here you need to take a closer look at here, because this is going to be significant. All right? I'm also hearing saving money. You're going to be saving money, finances, gas, okay, time, all right? And this is going to give you that big payday you're looking for. So if you were thinking about changing careers, walking away from a toxic environment, working from home, selling something, doing something new here, wondering and questioning if you're still going to have that security, you're going to have that protection, the overall guidance, yes, you are. Is it going to pay off? Yes, it is. All right. I feel like something's very, very significant, okay, with regards to payday here, because I feel like the payday is coming in. And I'm seeing the sign of approval from the universe here, okay? So what that's telling me here is, you know what? Spirit's saying you got that sign of approval, all right? It's stamped, it's dated, it's signed. You're ready to go here, okay? And at that point in time, guess what? The bank's going to give you a loan, all right? The purse strings are going to loosen up a little bit. So I see this coming here very, very soon here. Now, What I want to do, though, is I want to clarify this for you because I know that there's something here. There's such a positive shift and an overall change and a transformation here going to take place within your life. And I want you to understand, you gotta remain positive, okay? Don't be focusing on the overall negative, okay? You've made it this far, you gotta stick with it, okay? There's no giving up here, none whatsoever at all. So keep that in mind here, okay? Because you are about to master something here very significant. Like I said, it's going to elevate you. It's going to take you to the top. There is growth here, maturity here. You're going to be mastering something here. And the realization here, you are just going to triumph through this whole situation. You really are. This is absolutely beautiful because you're creating a pathway, okay? In essence, where you can lead others, all right? And you were a natural born leader and didn't even realize it. But you will soon here, all right? Secrets are going to emerge, okay? And these secrets here have to do with the overall cycles of the situation because there are some things that have been hidden, okay? Some things, in essence, you still have not seen here, but they're going to be unveiled, okay? So all you got to do is wait for the overall reveal. You're going to know, and you're going to pay close attention to your intuition. But here's the thing. You want to have an open mind and an open heart. So open up that heart, open up that mind here. Because when these secrets are revealed, you're going to know at that overall moment what actions you need to take. I'm also seeing the Dreamweaver. And I love this card, okay? Because when you look at that very, very closely here, a lot of this is tied to your dreams, okay? For some of you, this is about you creating that legacy, okay? Something in essence that you can leave behind. For others of you, this here is about living your overall dreams to the fullest, to the max. Doing those things in essence that you were never able to ever do before. And I'm seeing you dreaming. So I feel like you're going to have some very significant dreams with some significant meanings here. You might want to keep a notepad, a pen, whatever, small piece of paper, whatever, alongside your nightstand in case you get woke up in the middle of the night with regards to these dreams. Because they're going to seem really, really here. You're going to want to jot them down. You're going to want to write them down here. It's like putting together an overall puzzle here. And your imagination here is going to be very, very active, all right? It's going to be powerful, okay? Because it's going to seem so real, all right? It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. At the bottom of the deck, you're going to want to commit to this journey, okay? This is something here, you're going to feel that calling. You're going to feel that pull, all right? You're going to feel that push, and you're going to want to commit to this, okay? Because, boy, I'll tell you what, all that determination, in the long run, is going to get you exactly where you want to be, okay? Seriously. And your focus here is what's going to bring you lasting overall rewards. Now, who doesn't want a reward, right? So I'm hearing angel number 855. This is about a change, but a positive change. You're being asked to embrace this change. This is a change like no other, okay? You've already got the wisdom within you. And you're going to be called to look within here, okay? And listen closely to yourself here. But you're also being called to let something go. And the minute you can release that, the minute you can let that go, you know what? The better off you're going to be. And that's when everything's going to be coming in for you. So get ready here. Because for a lot of you, I feel like it's got to do with your career. Others of you here, I feel like, you know what? You've already mastered something. It's time you head out on a new journey. And with that, I'll be talking to you later.